Hi there, Jude. Music Library here. We're at Pepper's 7 Spirit Bay International Airport at the Pepper's 7 Spirit Bay Resort. We'll be flying to Darwin today and then onwards to Tindall RAAF Airbase. A request about Flight Sim 10 stuff. I don't know much about Flight Sim 10 since I haven't used it for more than a year. But anyway, white space is this space where there's nothing in. There's a file, there's another file, and there's not a file. And the white space is the place where there isn't a file. Mind-blowing concepts. Anyway, since this isn't called the stream about how to install scenery in Flight Sim 10, we'll continue on with the GA around Australia. It's Milk Run Monday, it's a spilled milk run, and they're going to Darwin, and so are we. They'll be coming up south from the southern states, probably Alice Springs. We'll be coming in from this tiny little beautiful weed-laden airfield. Let's jump on. Cool. Let's grab some flaps. Christchurch, raining. Very nice. Just got to test how much power I have in my mouse. Anyway, here we are in 2020 coronavirus time, and there's people out there that are installing the very first scenery in a flight sim. Here's another strange concept. Flaps, looking okay. Ailerons attached. Wingtip looks happy. Wing strengths and a pitot. Three blades of the prop. Nothing covering up the holes. Front doors closed. Nose wheel looks okay. Three props. Nothing in the holes. Prop looks okay. Front of the wing looks good with a static valve with nothing in it. Wingtip light not broken. Aileron. Flaps down, linkages are all good. Let's check in underneath there. No signs of tail strike. Elevator's good, and the trim's great. Yeah, I've flown the Avro. There's not that much opportunity to get into it, to be honest, but I've flown it a couple of times. Not a bad little plane. Let's get set up for our IFR section. We'll be departing VFR today. And heading on down into, where is he? 133.2. Good Fabiola, Monday's been okay. I didn't work today, but then I got called up by the boss. And he told me that tomorrow I'm going to be managing Queensland for 2 weeks. Which sounds like a pain, because I hate managing Queensland. Last time I did it, it was a dumpster fire of horrible. Vashon head. Weekend was great. Lots and lots of flying online. VATSIM broke the 10,000 connections barrier, which is amazing. Really? Man doing the walk around is the Control Shift E all at the same time. There are duplicates. There's one in Australia. There it is. And no, you can't do an NFSX that I know of. Orbix has something called Bob, B-O-B, that you can apparently download from their installer that does something similar. I've not tried it. Alrighty, time to close the hatch and get on the way. What's the difference between FSX and P3D? Sam is asking what's the difference between GTX, what they call it? GTA 4 and GTA 5. That's the difference. Graphics, some other details. They're different programs. Related, but different. Okay, master switch is on. Fuel switch is on. And locked on. And engine number 1 to start. Engine number 2 to start. Gliding in prepared. Never done it. Do you mean in a glider? That would be interesting. I'm told you can do attach points so you can tow someone. Don't know how that works. Airbuses. Only the A300 has a yoke. Everything else doesn't. Side stick. Just waiting for coolant temperature to come up. We'll be using what's the CTAF out there? $275. And we'll also take up $332. Yeah, I don't think Boeing's ever done a side stick apart from military stuff. Technically, McDonnell Douglas became Boeing. And as a result, you have Boeing aircraft like the FA-18 Hornet, Super Hornet. And the FA-18 Super Hornet certainly does have a stick. Just going to check out the weather down in Darwin. 300. Alright, so runway 33 it is. I believe we can climb all the way up to 8,005. Yep, we can. Just need to contact before 65 DME Darwin. Darwin is on 112.6. Cool, no doubt on nav 2. Alex Phillips, can't fly anywhere. Got a PPL, just not allowed to go anywhere. That would suck. Alright, we're pretty much ready to go. Fuel pumps will go on. Flaps for the takeoff position. Flight control check. Traffic Vashon head, Victor Tango X-ray is a Diamond DA62 taxiing runway 33, left hand downwind departure. Yeah, plane out of the dirt. Here comes someone. I didn't hear an announcement, so we'll assume that they are on a different frequency. 26.7 is most likely. Traffic Vashon ahead. Victor Tango X-ray is a Diamond DA62 entering runway 33. Left hand down on departure. Cool, let's go. Traffic Vashon ahead, Victor Tango X-ray, rolling 1033. Bouncing is annoying. Rotating. Positive 8, you're up. Yeah, 300, flaps coming. Goodbye to 7 Spirit Bay. Frame rate, it changes so much it's not funny. Sometimes it's at my lock of 35 and sometimes it is way down, way down. Just then I realised I had Chrome running one of my business programs in the background, hence the ding dong during the takeoff. That wasn't the smartest idea in the world. Transponders ALTS 1200. Flight director is on.
Victor Tango X-ray, this is Charlie Delta radio check.
Rating a 5.
Reading you 5 also, thank you very much. Charlie Delta.
Time is 48. See if we can pick up 133.2. See if it's still there.
Negative. Contact contract.
What a simple phrase.
Okay, we're requested 10,000 off ATC. Not sure if it'll even get us on radar that high. You give it a try. Yep, Diamond DA62 is this aircraft type. Autopilot in command. Double checking. Yep, looking good. We'll go into flight level change. $140 knots. Flaps are up, gear is up. And fuel boost pumps can be turned off.
Back in the flight deck and ready to complete starboard.
1723 cleared the VEC 25 Alpha arrival runway 29. When ready, descent flight level 250.
VEC 25 Alpha arrival 129 and descent flight level 250 when ready to 23.
Get our estimate for the next waypoint. 7 minutes out, currently 1 minute in.
Brisbane Centre 772, request step away from the flight deck for
9.
approximately 10 minutes. Can we report when back, please? That's 772, no worries. Thank you.
Headed to Blair. And to join which airway again? Whiskey 849. Brisbane Centre, Victor Tango X-rays at Diamond DA62, left Vashon head at time 45, climbing through 4,800 for 10,000 feet, tracking direct to Blair to join Whiskey 849 to Darwin.
Victor Tango X-ray, Centre, get a squawk 4317 and confirm squawk code Charlie.
You're on squawk code Charlie and squawk code 4317, Victor Tango X-ray. Four three 4317 is confirmed. It's pretty much as hard as we can push the engines. They are on a, they got that thing, FADEC, FADEC.
Victor Tango X-ray identified, cleared to Darwin via Blair, playing her out. Climb flight level So climb 10,000, QNH is 1006.
Good to Darwin via Blair, climb 10,000, QNH 1006, Victor Tango X-ray. .1006 is set, 6,000 and 10,000 is set and climb. Tim Burnett, g'day, how you doing? Just going feet wet. There goes the Cobalt Peninsula, just behind us. Leaving that behind. Seeing a little island out there. Right, so that island over here, the big one, is Melville Island. Little one just off to our left there is Green Hill Island. And this big chunky body of water that we're about to fly over is the Van Diemen Gulf. Named after the same person that Tasmania was initially named after, Van Diemen's Land. So we're going to head out to Blair and then make a right hand turn. We cross over the Van Diemen Gulf down to Cape Hotham. There's a lighthouse at the tip of Cape Hotham, and a little tiny island called Ruby Island just off there. Almost out of sight is the Vernon Island group. And down south from the mouth of that river there is Field Island.
2745.
And that river is the South Alligator River.
Just a radio check, please.
Constant 45 for you, 555.
Cool, thanks.
Super Strike from the UK. How are you doing? And were you in the big event yesterday? Or, yeah, it would have been yesterday for you. Earlier this morning for us. Extremely early this morning, at 1 in the morning. Alright, so the aeroplane's doing pretty good. Showing all temperatures in the green, all pressures are good. Coolant temperature, fuel temp, and fuel quantity. Anthony Van Diemen. That's funny. . 1,000 to run. How far away from Darwin? We are 26 minutes from Darwin. About 77, 78 miles.
Qantas 745, descend, flight level 130. Qantas 745 now.
I'll get the aerodrome chart, look at the charts for runways as well. We'll see if there's any ATIS. 128.25.
Qantas 745, ASN.
.25 and we'll select radio 2. Ah, Cape Maria von Diemen. That's cool. So let's get the moderator.
Descend, 10,000, QNH 1006.
Flying into Roma. Qantas
Qantas 748, descend, flight level 130.
Flight level 130, Qantas 748.
Sound good, XD at 2970, we're back, we had a failure.
QJet 2970, roger. Qantas 745, contact Darwin, approach on 134.1.
134.1. So inspectors bringing out the guns.
Brisbane Center, Qantas 723 is leaving flight level 340.
Qantas 723.
Funny.
And Brisbane Centre 772 back.
Qantas 772. QJet 2970, contact Darwin, approach on 134.1, g'day.
1341, QJ 2970.
I'll let Todd Inspector do his thing. Alrighty, we need to look at our procedures and what we're doing with the runways.
G'day, Bravo Romeo Kilo, position report.
They're using runway 29 today.
Kilo, go ahead.
Bravo Romeo Kilo is overhead at MEPAS at time 0706. Flight level 225. Estimating moral, time 0731, climbing to flight level 240. Bravo Romeo Kilo.
Bravo Romeo Kilo. Cross 748, descend 10,000, QNH 1006.
Descend 10,000, QNH 1006, Qantas 748.
Qantas 723, descend flight level 130.
Descent flight 130, Qantas 723.
Cool, we'll chuck it into the RLS arrival runway 29, expecting vectors. It's Blair. I don't think there's any arrivals from Blair. Donya Gator Vigupu.
Qantas 748, contact Darwin, approach 134.1, g'day.
134.1, Qantas 748, g'day.
So 109.7 will be the next one up, and 286. 1097. Ah, that's nav 2, we need nav 1. Zero 97 is set on nav 1 and inbound course.
Bravo Romeo Kilo, I've got you identified now, flight level 240.
Go again for Bravo Romeo Kilo, sir.
286.
Last call for Bravo, Romeo Kilo, please take. My bad.
Cool.
Bravo, Romeo Kilo, I've got you identified now, flight level 240.
With that, do you want us to squawk the code? Or is 1200 fine?
Bravo, Romeo Kilo, no, I've got you, I know where you are now.
With that, identified Bravo, Romeo Kilo, thank you.
Back on nav. Thank you, Toilet Inspector. I knew I
Victor
could trust
Tango,
you.
X-ray, contact Darwin approach 134.1, g'day.
134.1, Victor Tango X-ray. Yeah, we're flying IFR today. Bit different. Still possible to do in this plane. Easily possible to do in this plane. This thing loves autopilot IFR stuff. Darwin approach, Victor Tango X-rays, 10,000 feet inbound to Darwin.
Victor Tango X-ray, Darwin approach, g'day, maintain 10,000, QNH 1006, and confirm your approach intentions.
10,000, QNH 1006, IFR, we can take the RLS if you want. Or VFR, don't mind.
Victor Tango X-ray, expect vectors ILS runway 29.
Vectors ILS runway 29, Victor Tango X-ray. ILS 29.
Qantas 745, maintain 7,000 for now. QJet 2970, confirm what's normal.
Patrick will be joining us on Darwin. Nice
QJet
stuff.
2970, no worries, break, Qantas 748, cancel speed restriction.
Okay, the plan is we'll arrive at Darwin, taxi out to the GA apron, maybe refuel the aeroplane,
Qantas 748,
and then we'll take off and head out to Tindall.
Sunrise
Under
Star
base.
3000, Qantas 748.
Tindall's down there. It's via the airway. This one, I think, Juliet 251.
Qantas 745, turn right heading 170, descend 4,000.
10, descend 4,000, Qantas 745.
Yep, J251. Don't think there's another option.
Victor Tango X-ray, descend 7,000.
7,000, Victor Tango X-ray. $7,000 and level change. I'll just drop back the power a touch. Yep, we're flying with the prepared version 3D version 4.5. Currently the most recent version of prepared, but I think they're working another one soon. Righty, when we arrive into Darwin, we're looking to head up to the... Is it northern or southern? Anyway, vacating on Bravo 2 up Zulu, Victor 1 in
Qantas 748, cleared ILS runway 29 approach, report established.
Cleared ILS, runway 29, we'll report once we're established, Qantas 748.
Yep, Patrick, that looks like the right one, the J251 airway to Tindall.
Qantas 745, maintaining 4.
Qantas 745.
Looking at it, we're going up to the northern side because that's where all the non-charter aircraft fly.
Victor Tango X-ray, say your indicated airspeed.
Big Tango X-ray, 156 knots.
Victor Tango X-ray. Qantas 745, turn right heading 220.
Captain Barnex, you're right.
Right,
Great,
220,
Ed.
Qantas 745.
Brilliant.
Darwin approach, Qantas 723 is with you at flight level 110, descending to 10,000.
Qantas 723, Darwin approach, g'day, descend via the star 7000, Darwin QNH 1006, expect ILS runway 29, and confirm in receipt of information hotel.
That's a pretty weak processor. In fact, that's not
Down
a
to
processor, is it?
7,000, QNH 1006 will expect the ILS, and we went on CHS but we couldn't hear anything.
Qantas 723, no worries.
That's a notebook processor. That's not a graphics processor at all.
Qantas 745, descend 3000.
3000, Qantas 745.
Victor Tango X-ray, turn left heading 160 and slow to 140 knots.
Left 160, 140 knots, Victor Tango X-ray. Heading
Qantas 745, turn
and
right
speed.
heading 260, maintain 3000, cleared ILS runway 26 approach, report established.
Runway 260 and cleared ILS approach runway 29 and report established.
I've never flown a contact in P3D. I don't have an airport for it. I can do it one day.
748 is established runway 29.
Qantas 748, contact Darwin Tower 133.1, g'day.
Lockheed's one of the inbound aircraft.
133.1, g'day. Qantas 748.
133.1.
133.1, sorry.
AMD Radeon, and that's a much better graphics card.
Darwin approach, Qantas 723.
Go ahead.
Which ILS can we expect? The X-ray, Yankee or Zulu?
That there is Lachlan.
The approach of your choice in regards to the ILS.
Qantas 723.
Pilots can't pick air contact. Comes recommended by James. Good stuff. I may consider it. 1,000 to go.
Qantas 723, descend via the star 3000.
File Stars 3000, Qantas 723.
Low 10,000, landing lights are in. Leaving the Van Diemen Gulf behind us. There's Darwin up there somewhere. Death Star is on lockdown. Close the blast doors, close the blast doors. Yeah, I'm going to GA ramp. The other guys are going to the Qantas terminal. Go ahead and select an approach. It'll be the runway 29. ILS via vectors. Minimums will be radar altitude and off the chart. Um, 290.
Victor Tango X-ray, descend 4000.
Descend 4000, Victor Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, are you able to accept direct La Paz, the initial approach fix for the ILS runway 29?
Victor Tango X-ray, effort.
Victor Tango X-ray.
Qantas 745 established, runway 29.
Qantas 745, contact Darwin Tower 133.1, g'day.
Qantas Tower 133.1, Qantas 745, yeah, good day.
290.
Victor Tango X-ray, resume our navigation. You're 13 miles northeast of La Paz, track direct La Paz, descend 3000 and resume profile speed.
Track La Paz down to 3000 and profile speed, Victor Tango X-ray. So we'll take the La Paz without having it ready. Procedure, not vectors anymore.
Qantas 723, cleared ILS runway 29 approach, report established.
Cleared ILS runway 29 and will report established, Qantas 723.
There it is, La Paz. Direct 2, there we go. Nav mode sets. And it was cleared down to 3. I'll direct to it again. Good. Yeah, if you get the GTN, unless you've already got the 650, if you haven't got the 650, certainly get it. If you have got the 650, it's just a 650 with a larger screen. So, up to you. But if you don't have it, brilliant to put in any of your GA aircraft, whether it be that ACE thing, any of the Just Flight planes. I've got a helicopter that I'm going to bring out in a couple of weeks just to show off. That'll be interesting to see. In fact, I should have flown it today, but whatever. Thought I'd play it safe and not play around with helicopters too much. We might be able to add a very interesting oil platform offshore off the coast of Western Australia in a little couple of weeks, maybe even next week. With the helicopter, it is
Darwin
a
approach, Qantas
Dell Jet Ranger
723 is
407
established, runway 29.
by Milviz.
Qantas 723, contact Darwin Tower 133.1, g'day.
133.1, see ya.
Said we're clear to resume profile speed, so up we go to 50.
Victor Tango X-ray, thanks for your patience in sequencing there. Your cleared ILS runway 29 approach, report established.
Good, Aussie, runway 29, report established, Victor Tango X-ray. So just stay on the heading for the moment. We do need to switch over modes. Not something that happens automatically on this particular setup. Heading 244, we'll set that as a heading. And then we'll switch over to the approach, CDI, and click the approach mode. Sorted. We're still above the glide slope. Dropping a little bit of power. Okay, things seem to be pretty quick from here on in. Last light goes in. When we do turn to intercept, we want to be at about 140 knots. Once we establish onto the approach, we'll reduce the power, come into the white zone. White zone's about 110 knots, and we can drop the gear, put some flap out, and then we'll be in position to land. Tower is 133.1. That's ready to go. Township of Darwin. Down south there is a little township called Humpty Doo. Other places like Winnelly and I don't know other names. $145, come out with 3,000. Bit of lag spike in there. Come on. Localizer capture. Seen performance that bad off this aeroplane before. One hopes it's Aborigine. Humpty Doo. If an Englishman was named that, then I don't know what's going on. My aeroplane. Victor Tango X-ray established, 182
Victor Tango X-ray, contact Darwin Tower 133.1, g'day.
133.1, Victor Tango X-ray.
Station's on the ground, you can contact the ground now, 121.8.
Landing gear coming down. Darwin Tower, Victor Tango X-ray, final runway 29.
Victor Tango X-ray, Darwin Tower, g'day. We expect late landing clearance, please.
Victor Tango X-ray. That sounds like an instruction to slow down. Can't dump flapsack. It's a little bit too high speed. Flaps at 119. Might do a dog leg out. Bit of cross controlling. Flaps 10. And we'll go the whole way. All the flaps. Into the profile. Bit of slipping there.
Victor Tango X-ray, runway 29, clear to land.
Runway 29, clear to land, Victor Tango X-ray.
Darwin Tower, Qantas 723 vacated on Bravo 1.
Qantas 723, thanks. It's going to be a bit of a taxi for you to get you back to the terminal, so just bear with me.
Sorry it took me so long to get off the runway, by the way. We had a scenery glitch.
723, not a problem in this case. You can taxi
No,
to
a
the
little
bay
bit lower than
via
3
Bravo 1,
on
Alpha,
4 reds.
cross 36. Charlie 3,
About a
and
2.5
then on
degree
to
now.
Zulu.
2 whites, 2
I
reds.
can type that out
That's
for
a
you
degree,
if that
right
makes
there.
it easier.
I got Bravo 1 Alpha cross 36 Charlie 3 and then didn't get the rest.
723, no worries. So from Charlie 3, it's going to be crossing 29 and then Zulu to the bay.
Bravo 1 Alpha cross 36, Charlie 3 cross 29 and Zulu to the bay, Con 723.
2 Golf 4148 requesting cross runway 29.
Seagulls 4148, it's going to hold you up there just for a moment.
A380 over here.
2 Golf 4148, roger.
Mid Tango X-ray past Bravo 2. Can we enter runway 36 northbound?
Victor Tango X-ray, just say again, please.
Actually, I think I've got the exit Victor 2.
Victor Tango X-ray, thanks. Contact the ground on 121.8. G'day.
121.8 to Victor Tango X-ray.
Seagulls 4148, cleared across runway 29.
Cleared across runway 29, 2 Golf 4148.
Uh, 128 or so, I think it was.
Qantas 722, received hotel request taxi.
Pick it up.
Qantas
123.
722,
There we go.
taxi to Bravo 2, runway 29 and wait.
Bravo 229, Qantas 722.
Ground Victor Tango X-ray is vacated on Victor 2 heading to the Northern GA.
Victor Tango X-ray, ground, g'day, taxi via Victor 1 to the GA, south.
Victor 1 GA, Victor Tango X-ray.
Ground velocity 1243, request push to start.
Velocity 1243, wait for the backmost Qantas 737 to be clear, and once they're clear, push approve.
Hold for the traffic, when clear, push approved, Qantas, correction, velocity 1243.
Pitch 2, bank 0, wind speed 6, actual speed 75, wind direction 337, and 123. Flaps
2
up.
Golf 4148, requesting to continue our taxi.
2 Golf 4148, continue the taxi via Alpha holding point Alpha 6, runway 29.
Okay, I'll just pop in here, grab some fuel, and once we have some fuel, we'll go ahead and continue on to Tindall.
And Qantas 1285 also requesting continuation of taxi to 29.
Qantas 1285, follow the Tegos 320 to Alpha 6.
Follow Tegos 320 to Alpha 6, Qantas 1285.
Qantas 722 at Bravo 2, cross runway 29, follow the Qantas 737 via Bravo 2, holding point Alpha 6.
On Bravo 2, cross runway 29, taxi on the Qantas 737 Alpha 6 holding point. Runway 29, Qantas 722.
Qantas 1326, follow the company 737 to holding point Alpha 6.
Follow company to Alpha 6, 1326.
Darwin, ground Qantas 723 is with you on Zulu to the bay.
Qantas 723, ground, get a taxi to hold short Zulu Bravo 2.
Taxi Zulu to hold short Bravo 2, Qantas 723.
Velocity 1243, able to make an extended pushback for me. 1243, how far back do you want?
Alrighty, we'll shut it down here, get some fuel on this thing, and be done. And we'll head on down to Tindall. Okay, master switch is off. And how do we go on the fuel? Master switches. Cool. Open it up. Let's get the fuel trucks. Everybody out. There it is, fuel truck. Doug has a complete death wish. He wants to walk in front of the truck and do circles and stuff. We'll go 100%. Thanks. Thank you, fuel truck. Fine. Yep, doing a bit of refuel. Got to do the fuel drain now. So I'll go into the bottom of the wing. Should be a fuel drain point right at the lowest point of the tank, which would be, I think, over that side of the engine. Kind of in there. There goes A380. Right, 2 fuel drains. We are looking at good fuel. This is jet fuel, actually, A1. It's essentially diesel, so you put the jet fuel in and add an additive, and that's essentially diesel. Anyway, we are done. We can close the doors. It's going to initialize, check the fuel, and then off we go. I'm using a processor that you can see down there. Sorry about that. It's an i7 9800. $8,700, sorry. Got ahead of myself. Yeah, i7 8700 with an RTX 2070. About a year old now. Okay, I'm seeing full quantity fuel there. I'm happy with that. Throttle is aligning, we'll let that happen. Chucking in the flight plan. That flight plan's going to be lack up J251. About 3 hours 40 minutes worth of fuel, speed 160, altitude will be eastbound, so it's 9,000. And we're going LAK UP J251 Tango November. That's filed. Can't chuck airways directly into this. Just going to have to do it the hard way, which is NGED. TN. PTN. That's done it. We're good to start. Master switches are in. Fuel is ready to go. Fuel is locked on. Close. Pretty simple startup sequence this airplane. Left hand, clear prop. Except for the fact that we had full power on. You can indeed drive to Tindall. Take you about, oh no, how many hours? Darwin to Tindall. Suggesting flights, but driving is about 3.5 to 4 hours. 130 kilometers an hour. It's 332 kilometers away. It'll take us about half an hour. Maybe 40 minutes after all the taxi and all that kind of silly stuff. Okay, 121.8.
3. North Qantas 973, correct on the other side. Contact me again. Qantas 973.
Darwin Ground, Victor Tango X-ray requesting clearance to Tindall.
Victor Tango X-ray, ground g'day, number 2.
System 717 Tango Sierra, South Tindall, sorry.
Yes, there was a A380 flight to Darwin.
November 717 Tango Sierra, ground g'day.
Basically, Qantas weren't allowed to fly to
three,
Singapore,
Tango,
but they still wanted to fly the A380
Qantas
outside of London.
630,
So they were refilling in Darwin. They
available.
weren't taking any passengers or on.
We're ready,
but
6:30.
they're flying to Darwin, refueling, and then flying off to London.
Qantas 630, cleared to. Apologies, it looks like I've still got a flight plan from Alice Springs to Darwin. Just double check that again if you can, sorry. Velocity 6602, push approved.
Push approved, velocity 6602, confirm facing west.
Affirm, tail right.
Velocity 6602.
London to Darwin, direct. The A380. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Darwin ground, Qantas 990 requesting IFR clearance to Tindall.
Qantas 990, ground g'day, standby. Break, Victor Tango X-ray, ground.
Big Tango X-ray, requesting close to Tindall.
Victor Tango X-ray cleared to Tindall via DACOP planned routes, runway 29, Darwin 6 departure, climb via the SID to 5000, squawk 2022, departures 134.1.
Clear to Tindall via Darwin 6 departure, runway 29, just climb 5000, squawk code 2022, departures 134.1. Victor Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, break, November 717 Tango Sierra, when it's available.
Code 2022.
November 7 Tango Sierra, cleared to Tindall via LACOP planned routes, runway 29, Darwin 6 departure, climb via the SID to 5000, squawk 2014, departures 134.1. November 7 Tango Sierra, and just a quick comment, you're extremely broken on my end, probably readability 5, however broken. Probably best is to turn down your microphone settings a lot, it's quite loud, and just try and configure that.
Cool, base speed to set 162 for the maximum cruise speed. We're clear to move.
Velocity, correction, Qantas 973, thanks, taxi via Alpha, holding point Alpha 6, reaching Alpha 6, contact tower 133.
See, holding point Alpha 6 from 29.
Yep, we are at IFR today.
Qantas 973 today.
So let's brief
Qantas
for
630,
departure.
clearance available.
We're ready, 630.
Right, cheers,
Darwin
clear to Alice
SID
Springs via
1.
Plugger planned routes, runway 29, Plugger 6 departure, climb via the SID to 5000.
So let's climb to 600 feet, then turn via the radar vector. Radar vector's on to the first waypoint, which will be that first one there. What's it?
Alright, clear Dallas Springs by Plugger flight permit.
Lackup.
Climb by the SID 5000.
Checking out the backup is in the flight plan. It is. We're ready to go.
134.1 and at Bay 2, ready for push.
Qantas 630, small delay just to go let someone else go, standby.
Down ground, velocity 6602, request taxi to runway 29.
Velocity 6602, taxi to Bravo 2, monitor the tower for the crossing on 133.1, contact me on the other side.
Bravo 2, monitor tower to contact you on the other side, velocity 6602.
Ground, Victor Tango X-ray over taxi information into Northern GA.
Victor Tango X-ray, thanks, taxi via Yankee 1, Zulu, Bravo 2, holding point runway 29.
Anchor 1 Zulu Bravo 2 holding point Victor Tango X-ray. Cool. Anchor 1 Zulu Bravo 2.
Corner 630, once the velocity 737's clear, push approved tail west.
Okay, all the lights are in, strobe is off.
After the velocity 737, push tail west approved. Cheers.
Qantas 988 requesting IFAC clearance at Tindall.
I normally taxi past where
Qantas
that truck
988 cleared to Tindall via Lackup planned routes, runway 29, Lackup 4 departure, climb via the SID to 5000, squawk 2052, departures 134.1.
To Tindall via the
There's the
Lackup
taxiway.
planned route, Lackup 4 departure, runway 29, climb via the SID to 5000, squawk 2052.
Oh, you may ask me to fly the Tindall NDB.
134.1.
Unfortunately, there is a
988.
Tindall approach, and they're going to ask me to do whatever they want me
Qantas
to do.
988 correct.
And we'll be doing it. Whether it's an ILS, a talk-down approach, a visual approach, or whatever. We'll just be doing what they ask us to do. Even if the GNS RNAV approach, we can do that. We've got the capability in this aeroplane to a GPS RNAV. Zulu.
Darwin ground, Qantas 990, can we have our IFAC clearance now, or do we still have to wait a bit?
Qantas 990, sorry about the delay, I'm just trying to sort out everyone else as well. I'm still got to configure your flight plan. Confirm your first waypoint after Darwin.
In the flight plan we have Darwin and then we have the airway J251. We'll find the airway in it.
It's fine, I'll just give you a different departure instead. The clearance as follows: cleared to Tindall via Darwin, climb runway 29, Darwin 6 departure, climb via the SID to 5000, squawk 2036, departures 134.1.
Cleared to Tindall via Darwin 6 departure runway 29 at climb and maintain 5000 after departure, squawk 2036 and squawk 134, not squawk, contact departures 134.1 for Qantas 990.
Qantas 990, cheers, and just confirm your bay number.
Bay 5.
Qantas 990. Station calling, very broken, unreadable. Victor Tango X-ray, Grant.
Victor Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, just confirm for me, RNAV capable.
Victor Tango X-ray, FM.
Victor Tango X-ray, thanks, re-cleared, lack up for departure, runway 29.
Like up 4 departure runway 29, Victor Tango X-ray. Well, that changes things.
I'll grab velocity 6602 as at Bravo 129.
Velocity 6602, ground, thanks, taxi, holding point Alpha 6, runway 29.
Holding point Alpha 6, runway 29, velocity 6602.
And Qantas 630 for taxi in Vashon, India.
Qantas 630, taxi to Bravo 2, runway 29, and contact the tower 133.1 for the cross.
Nose Bravo 2, runway 29, and we'll contact tower 133.1. G'day.
Don't have it on the system. What the heck? Oh, that's in procedures, okay. could hack it together.
Qantas 988 at gate 1, ready for push and start.
Qantas 988, push approved, tail left.
Push approved and we'll point tail left, Qantas 988.
Cool, just need to cross Migab above 3,000 feet and Omumi at above. That's all good. Direct to Bellin. Cool. There's the direct too. Hack together a VNAV. There we go. Ah, see that Avia man? Sorry, I didn't see it earlier. I was messing with the. Big Tango X-ray ready to cross.
Victor Tango X-ray, contact the tower for the cross.
Up tower 1331, thanks.
Darwin ground, Qantas 990 at base 5, ready for push and start.
Qantas 990, push approved, tail right.
Push approved, tail to the right, Qantas 990.
So the tower is 1331.
Down tower, velocity 6602 is that holding point, L6 at ready.
Velocity 6602, runway 29, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 29, velocity 6602.
Tower, Victor Tango X-ray, holding short of 29 at Bravo 2, ready to cross.
Victor Tango X-ray, just hold your position, please.
Hold position, Victor Tango X-ray. It's a velocity coming up.
And Qantas 630 is approaching Alpha 6, ready to go.
Cool, we're just 2 buttons shy of a direct to Bellin. Direct to and go. Click, click.
Tower Qantas 630 is ready to go, Alpha 6. Down Tower Qantas 630.
Sorry, Darwin Tower is closed at the moment due to a aneurysm.
Darwin Tower, late on 6:30, radio check.
Not Darwin Tower, but Victor Tango X-ray I can hear.
Victor Tango X-ray, cleared across 29.
Cross 29, Victor Tango X-ray.
And Tower Connor 630, should you go Alpha 6?
Connor 630, line up away, runway 29.
Line up away, runway 29, Connor 630.
Qantas 988 at Bravo 2 holding short runway 29.
Qantas 988, cleared across 29.
Yep, no more milk on Mondays. Coronavirus.
Qantas 988.
There isn't even the one that's on the calendar for today in Darwin.
Sorry, correction, Qantas.
That's why there's no HR
90, are you on this frequency?
right here. I can hear it now.
Yes, I'm on Bravo 2 behind the company 73.
Qantas 990, you're clear to follow behind that other 737, crossing 29.
And there's literally a milk on Monday listed today.
73, Qantas 990.
So, what do you reckon? Is there a milk run Monday today? It's only listed on today for Darwin and Alice Springs. And there's a bunch of traffic in Darwin. Maybe there's a milk run Monday in Darwin.
Qantas 630, runway 29, clear to take off.
Runway 29, clear to take off, Qantas 630.
Darwin Tower Victor Tango X-ray is ready at 182 now.
Victor Tango X-ray, line up and wait, runway 29.
129, line up and wait, Victor Tango X-ray.
Qantas 630, contact departures, good day.
Departures will be 134.1, sat on the first radio.
Tower, good evening. Mike Foxtrot Yankee is holding short Bravo 2 at Zulu for crossing.
Mike Foxtrot Yankee, Tower, g'day. Clear across 29.
Clear across 29 on Bravo 2, Mike Foxtrot Yankee.
Right, for takeoff, fuel pumps on and on. Flaps takeoff. Just gonna quickly run up while we have a chance.
Victor Tango X-ray, runway 29, clear for takeoff.
Right, 29 clear for takeoff at Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, disregard please.
So the disregard the takeoff. So Victor Tango X-ray is aboard to takeoff.
Victor Tango X-ray, thanks, no, sorry about that.
And takeoff or stay?
Victor Tango X-ray, just hold your position please.
Holding position, lined up and awaiting Victor Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, runway 29, clear for takeoff.
Right, 29 clear for takeoff, Victor Tango X-ray. Hope he means it this time.
Qantas 988 is holding short 290.
Qantas 988, line up and wait, runway 29.
From wait, runway 29, Qantas 988.
Rotating. Gear up.
And still on tail, Qantas 990 is short of 29 up behind the company 3.
Qantas 990.
There's 500, flaps coming up. And we are direct to.
Victor Tango X-ray, contact departures, g'day.
Rogers, Victor Tango X-ray. Darwin departures, Victor Tango X-ray, climbing 5,000, leaving 900.
Victor Tango X-ray Darwin approach, g'day, you're identified. Turn left, track direct, Laker planned route. Climb 9,000.
Direct Laker planned route and climb 9,000, Victor Tango X-ray. Yeah, we can go straight through the swamp area there. Nightcliff, that's one of the inner city suburbs. Kira direct to Lake Cup. So all of that work that we did to put all that stuff in there is moot. There we are. Alright, autopilot in command. And I'm going to get a flight level change. Cool.
Qantas 988 Darwin approach.
Why do I have this random intersection here?
Qantas 988 with you at flight level 50.
Qantas 988 Darwin approach identified. Climb via the SID, flight level 180. Cancel altitude restrictions at Mooney.
We'll cancel altitude restrictions at Mooney and we'll climb via the SID to 180. Qantas 988.
LAKUP.
Darwin approach, Qantas 990 is with you, climbing through 3,100 for 5,000.
Qantas 990, turn left heading at 200, climb flight level 180.
Turn left heading 200, climb flight level 180 for Qantas 990.
Victor Tango X-ray, confirm on climb 9000.
Go climb 9000, Victor Tango X-ray.
Qantas 990, you are 10 miles west of Darwin. Turn left, track direct Laker planned route, flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180 and turn left direct Lakewood for Qantas 990.
That was confusing. Five hours of endurance on this one. Yeah, not having to catch a train every day. Not too bad. I could get used to this.
Qantas 988, contact Brisbane Centre 133.2.
133.2, Qantas 7 at 988.
Archers, good evening. Warrior, Mike Foxtrot, Yankee. Climbing through 800. VFR.
Mike Foxtrot, Yankee, Darwin approach. G'day, you're identified. Can you just confirm your intentions to the north of Darwin?
Yeah, just going to track along the coastline, pop out over the islands there and head back towards Darwin, maybe down the coastline towards the south.
Mike Foxtrot, Yankee, copy. Are you intending to leave Class C airspace?
It is likely, yes.
Mike Foxtrot, Yankee, copied. You're cleared coastal northbound 5,500.
Clear the coastal northbound 5,500, Mike Foxtrot, Yankee.
Qantas 990, contact Brisbane Centre 133.2, g'day.
1232 for Qantas 990, see ya.
James, hello. Not sure, but I departed Darwin. We were given a RAAF departure, but then it was cancelled on us before takeoff after we had manually plugged all the waypoints in. No, ours is Victor Tango X-ray right there on the panel. Other people are flying Qantas call signs, Virgin call signs, velocities, whatever. Just looking for some scenery links, Sydney Airport. Thousand to run. Cool. We're using the Ants Aussie freeware scenery for Tindall. It's actually pretty good. Speaking of Tindall, we'll be getting there in a little while. What are we doing? 182 knots. Not too bad.
Darwin departure, Victor Mike Romeo climbing through 1000.
Victor Mike Romeo, Darwin approach, g'day, you're identified. Climb 9000, turn right, overfly Darwin and intercept outbound track overhead Darwin.
Climb 9000, turn right, overfly Darwin and intercept track as planned, Victor Mike Romeo.
There's a civil aviation apron that we're going to. Piper versus Diamond. They're very different aircraft. The Diamonds are a lot more modern than the Pipers in general. The Piper Cherokee was invented in the 1950s. Whereas this thing didn't even exist until about 2013, I think they first flew. Might have been 2015 actually. So yeah, very different era of aircraft. Obviously these are big chunky glass displays. They're actually, you know, touchscreeny G1000 based GPS systems. Full autopilot, an FADEC, which is a full authority digital engine controller. That's why you don't need to worry about things like prop RPM and setting mixture, anything like that. It's just all computerized, does it for you. All you need to worry about are these two levers here, engine power levers. They don't even call them throttles because they're technically not a throttle. A throttle is something that opens and closes essentially a tap for fuel, whereas these things, they tell a computer what to do.
Victor Tango, standby.
We're about to be called. Yeah, the new Flight Sim 2020 is a very promising, good-looking sim, and I certainly want to be onto that as soon as I can. Because as good as these ground textures are, they're not a photograph of the planet. And the new Microsoft Flight Sim...
Apologies, Victor Tango, X-ray contact Brisbane Centre 133.2, g'day.
133.2, Victor Tango X-ray.
We expect to into Tindall.
Qantas 990, there's no stars in there, so it will be some sort of approach, I presume an instrument approach.
Okay, will it be more likely for an ILS or an RNAV approach or just visual?
Looking at it, it's visual.
Qantas 990.
Yeah, the new Microsoft Flight Simulator is very good looking. I'm totally going to be buying that one. And I'm sure they're going to have add-on aircraft. All the add-on developers are already talking about what they want to do with it. PMDG is essentially starting to develop their new aircraft for it. Whether that means they've actually got an early access or not, I don't know. But
and Qantas 990 is that helper descent as well.
PMDG is going to be probably releasing the 73 first and then the 73.
Descent flight level 200, Qantas 990.
Centre, g'day, Golf Romeo 516 with you, just maintaining 5,000 just off runway 28 in Broome.
Golf Romeo 516, stunning day. You can climb flight level 390.
Flight level 390 for Golf Romeo 516, thanks.
As I said, Victor Tango X-ray 9000.
Victor Tango X-ray. Takeoff's 4148, actually disregard.
There's actually quite a few small airfields around here that we're flying over the top of.
Takeoff's 4148, disregard.
Oh well, nothing of value was lost. Yeah, Alaska milk run. That'll be what, Anchorage to which one? Juneau or Fairbanks? Probably Alaska to Fairbanks, wouldn't it?
Qantas 1936, contact Darwin approach on 134.1.
That's like the Russian milk run is Moscow to
134.1,
St.
Qantas
Petersburg.
1936.
There isn't really an American milk run though, is it? Not really.
0,000, Canadian 1006.
10,000 QNH 1007 1580.
Fairbanks, yeah, Fairbanks to Anchorage it seems pretty standard. Juneau's the capital.
Centre velocity 1242 with request.
But just like in Australia, the capital of Australia is Canberra.
Velocity 1243, go ahead.
If you want a milk run, it's Sydney to Melbourne.
If possible, we'd like to
Canberra
step
gets
away from
no
the
looking.
cockpit for a few minutes.
Velocity 1243, no worries, pull back.
Full code 1243.
Qantas 988 at flight level 180.
Qantas 988.
Okay, Tindall ATIS, runway 14.
So decent now, flight for 180.
Flight level 180 for Qantas 990.
QNH down there is 1006. Set.
Qantas 1580, contact Darwin, approach 134.1.
134.1, Qantas 1580.
If we want to go any higher than 10,000 feet, we'd need to be on oxygen. That seems a bit of a pain. I don't have an answer on 225. I'd love to have a Russian.
134.4.
Good Russian aircraft, but apart from the Tupolev 154, which is essentially extinct in the world now, there's no really good Russian add-ons. And to be honest, Tupolev 154 doesn't work in the simulator anymore. It worked in the previous version, version 3, but hasn't been updated for this one. Yeah, I'd like to have a good Russian sim. Not a 224, that's a little bit too niche for me. I think an Ilyushin 76 would be perfection. I'd fly that all day if there was a really good add-on for that. Not, you know, not one of these add-ons which are kind of like basic default aeroplane with a good look, but proper in-depth simulation of systems. The whole cockpit has to be exactly right and actually work like the real one. Like they fly them nowadays, not like they used to in the 1960s.
Brisbane Centre, Qantas 990 outside flight level 180.
Qantas 990, descent flight level 150.
150 for Qantas 990.
Qantas 1285, contact Brisbane Centre 134.4, good day.
Contact Brisbane Centre 134.4, shooters Qantas 1285.
I would stay in a 747 hotel if it was cheap enough. To be honest, I'd rather go to World Flight and fly a simulated one. Look at that. Imagine flying that around in a sim. Yeah.
Flight 73, decrease mark decimal 71.
That was an Illusion 76.
Mark decimal 71, cornerstone 73.
Brilliant piece of Soviet engineering.
602, reduce mark decimal 70.
Oh, V6.
Reduce mark decimal 70, velocity 6602.
Corner 630, reduce mark decimal 69.
Brisbane Centre, Qantas 990 is at flight level 150.
Qantas 990, descend flight level 130.
130, Qantas 990.
Qantas 988, contact Tindall, approach 121 decimal 9 again.
121 decimal 9. Qantas 988.
Yes, to Inspector, someone does indeed sit at the bottom of the aircraft there. IL-76, that's the bottom cockpit. Some kind of navigator station. It's also a, you know, troop carrier thing, so you can organise troop, you know, parachutes drop from the front cockpit there, looking straight down at the ground. Enormous crew of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-man crew.
Flight level 134 on flight level 180.
That's 21 Brisbane, Sunny Day, climb via the SID flight level 390.
Climb via the SID flight level 390, Qantas 21.
Yep, they have a navigator, they have the parachute dropper, they have the kind of an inter-crew communication down the bottom there as well. Up the top they have the 2 pilots, and then they have a flight engineer and a signals operator. And the signals operator can double as a navigator as well, up the top.
Brisbane Centre, Qantas 990 is at flight level 130.
Qantas 990. Qantas 990, contact Tindall, approach 121 decimal 9.
121 decimal 9 for Qantas 990.
Indeed, Globemaster. That's a nice looking airplane.
Qantas 722, contact Brisbane Centre 134 decimal 4.
Good old
1344, Qantas 722.
C-17. C-17's got a joystick in the middle. It's a bit like this, in fact. So this setup with the joystick in between the the legs is the same as I have in the C-17. Head up to space as well. It's a C-17 cockpit. There's the seat. There's the joystick. There's the 4 engine controls, FMSs, PFD, and I can see that they don't have the IRS aligned.
Brisbane Centre, Red 1123 with you.
Communications and the VHF over there. This is standard all of our controls with altitude, vertical speed. I think that's the heading, but it's been slaved
360
to
1123.
I'm thinking one of these is speed. One of them would be course, maybe. No, that's a 3.0. That's a degree glide path. Looks all pretty standard navigation instruments for a civilian aircraft, actually, apart from all the green and the sticks and that. You don't get that kind of thing on a civilian aircraft. You get the drop down head up to space. I like them better.
Yeah, Centre, this is this is Compass 613, currently 9 nautical miles from Broome at 5,000 with you.
Compass 613, Centre, can I identify climb flight level 390?
Climb flight level 390, Compass 613.
Centre, velocity 1243, back with you.
Velocity 1243, contact Brisbane Centre 134.4.
134.4, 1243 south.
Qantas landing at Tindall. Yeah, that'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, an off land there. It is a civilian. It does have a civilian part of the airfield. But yeah, Qantas don't normally fly there. There's the civilian apron. Enough space to park 2 aeroplanes.
Is at 360.
A little GA plane area up here, but that's where we'll be parking.
723.
So we're going to have to take all the way back to runway 14 and enter Echo onto the civilian apron and up into the GA parking, which is past the end of the runway. We'll check with RAAF. I don't think they want us taxiing on Alpha. Not sure about that, but let's see how they go. They might give us a backtrack on the runway. Yes, township of Catherine, near Catherine Gorge as well. Very nice, pretty part of the world. Pretty dry, very brutal, very warm. It's getting to that point where tropical turns into arid, so it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of tropical, a little bit of arid, but very nice. Good question, Catherine, Northern Territory. Why is it called that? It is, of course, situated on the Catherine River, so now I have to worry about why is the Catherine River called Catherine River? Well, the Catherine River is a major tributary of the Daly River, the major river that goes up to Darwin, and drops around 384 metres over its 328 kilometre length, so it's a pretty fast running river. I don't have any idea about the etymology of the word yet. Let's have a look outside of Wiki, because Wiki didn't have anything.
Cross 21 after Palgi, you can go direct Tindall.
After Palgi, direct Tindall, Qantas 21.
Oh, there we go. A misspelled name. Catherine Chambers. The first European to name and see the river was the Scottish explorer John MacDougall Stewart, after which the Stewart Highway is named. And he named it after Catherine Chambers, second daughter of the expedition sponsor James Chambers, whose name is with a C, but he named the river with a K. Good one.
Prison Centre, Victor Mike Romeo is with you at 90,000.
Victor Mike Romeo, Centre, g'day.
Super Strike 03. You're on the C-17 squadron for the virtual. Is that RAAF or RAAF?
Brisbane Centre, g'day. Qantas 1611 with you at 5,000, tracking 077 from Broome.
I don't know. We're all around the world at the moment. You might be British, but I suspect you might have missed an A. But you're right. C-17. I've seen it at the Avalon Air Show doing some pretty amazing stuff.
G'day, climb level 390.
Stopping on a dime, going backwards up the road.
Centre, that was 3900.
Take off like that. It's good airplane.
Yeah, firm level 390.
Yep, I've had it go Mach 919. Did a lot of turboprop. Old turboprop. Ah, the Comac. You're talking about the...
973, contact Brisbane Centre 134, that's more.
Oh, they're basically an Airbus as far as Chinese are concerned. Chinese version of an Airbus, A320.
Velocity 602.
Actually a good looking airplane, to be honest.
Unable to maintain Mark 7 or 6 knots, we're maintaining Mark 7 or 7.
Comac. Good to see another competitor.
Velocity 6602, roger.
Yeah, I don't know about the Chinese Comac 919. Haven't heard much of a reputation about it.
Velocity 6602, decimal 73, clear right.
Decimal 73 for velocity 6602.
Jack Buzzer, how you doing?
Centre, Red 1123.
Red 1123, go ahead.
Centre, Red 1123 is going to step away for about 4 minutes. I'll report back.
Red 1123.
Centre, Qantas 21 request.
Qantas 2-1, go ahead.
Qantas 2-1, request climb amended flight level 430.
Qantas 21, you can climb amended flight level 430.
1107.
Climb amended flight level 430, Qantas 2-1.
And 112.3.
Center, Lima Tango Alpha, climbing 140.
Lima Tango Alpha, Sonic, get a climb
Tindall
flight
at 52 miles.
Continue climb 320, Lima Tango Alpha, good day.
Concord for P3D, I don't believe there's currently one. I've heard that FS Labs were developing one, but I've no idea if they still are or if it's going to be released in a few months or a few decades.
Victor Tango X-ray, Tindall, area QNH 1006.
QNH 1006, Victor Tango X-ray. Yeah, I'll get a Concorde for P3D, maybe. It's a handful of an airplane. I don't know. It'd be nice to see some FA-18s at Tindall, but we may or may not. Don't know. I think there's a static one somewhere on the base, but it's nowhere near where we're going. And whether any RAAF guys are going to be flying around, probably not. Already released? I was told someone couldn't find it the other day.
Brisbane Centre, good evening, Clipper 936 with you, flight level 38.
Clipper 936, Sonic, good day.
Yeah, you can't buy it, man. FS Labs, the Concorde, no longer available for sale. Good looking, but you know, can't buy it.
Brisbane Centre, Qantas 784 at 5000 with you.
Qantas 784, Sonic, good day, climb flight level 390.
Climbing flight level 390, 784.
Darwin departures, Qantas 757 passing through 2700, heading 285.
Qantas 757, Sonic, good day, identified, climb flight level 350, you can resume our navigation, track direct LACA plane route.
Climb heading 350, resume our navigation direct to LACA, Qantas 757.
Velocity 6602, contact Brisbane Centre 134.4.
134.4, velocity 6602 coverage.
I saw the Concorde come into Sydney back in the 90s. That was probably the same trip. Was excessively low.
Velocity 723, star clearance available.
Ready to copy, star clearance.
Velocity 723, cleared the VEG 25 Alpha arrival runway 29. When ready, descend flight level 250.
I'll check in the procedure for the ILS approach.
The VEG 25 Alpha arrival, runway 29er, and when ready to descend flight 250, velocity 723.
Minimum is 740.
And confirm we're using the ILS, considering it's night time.
Velocity 723, standby.
No, that's Enged.
Santa, Red 1123 is back with you.
Why is it turning in that direction? Come on.
Red 1123. Velocity 723, it'll be the instrument approach.
Thanks, velocity 723.
Clipper 936, report mark speed.
Clipper 936, we're sitting at point, now we are just changing, 785.
Velocity 723, report mark speed.
Mark decimal 80.
Point at the runway and land.
936, reduce mark decimal 74.
Of course, you have to flare.
Alright, we'll
Double
try
put
to
the
bring it
nose
down
gear
at
on the ground first.
74, Clipper 936.
Marcus M, good day.
630, contact Brisbane 134, decimal 4, good day. Corner 630, center.
One of those, another one of those worst kept secrets of the podcasting and YouTubers. You know, airline pilot guy works for an airline that flies MD-88s and MD-90s in Atlanta. I wonder which airline that would be.
One 134.4 for corner 630, have a good evening, bye-bye.
I'm Alpha Clipper 936, request.
Clipper 936, go ahead.
It's possible to play for about 5.
Clipper 936, no worries, report back.
No drama, thank you, report back 936.
Good Mars, good day.
Contact Tindall approach 121.9, good day. Victor Tango X-ray center.
Victor Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, contact Tindall approach 121.9.
121.9, Victor Tango X-ray.
Qantas 21, contact Brisbane.
Oz Vatsim Expo, good to see you. Tindall approach, Victor Tango X-ray, 9000.
Victor Tango X-ray Tindall approach, good evening sir, expect a visual approach runway 14, descent 7000, Tindall QNH 1007.
Visual approach runway 14, 7000 and QNH 1007, Victor Tango X-ray. Alright, we'll go into the flight level change and all we need to do is just reduce some power and it should settle down. And a little bit less.
Victor Tango X-ray approach.
Victor Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, happy you got 21 track miles to running, happy for a straight in approach.
Victor Tango X-ray, FM. I need to
Victor
actually
Tango X-ray, roger. Descend 5000.
Descend 5000, Victor Tango X-ray. $5,000 set. Pagadian? What the heck is that? Well, Wikipedia thinks a Pagadian's a person from a city in the Philippines called Pagadian City. Yep, G1000 comes with the Diamond DA by VertX Simulations. Just one installation. I haven't installed anything, not even Livery. Everything here is just out of the box from the product. No tweaking at all. I'm going to slow the plane down to 150 knots. Yep, FS 2004 and 9 are the same thing. Two names for the same thing. So nice, they named it twice. $16 miles, coming out of 5,000. Yeah, pretty much on profile.
Victor Tango X-ray, you cleared the visual approach via 5 mile final, runway 14, report 5 miles.
Clear visual approach via 5 mile final, runway 14, Victor Tango X-ray. Good heading. And we're going to throw the CDI over to the lock. It's runway 14. Runway's in sight. Got it. Aeroplane. I was just spinning the heading knob around and I looked out the window and there it is. Almost in line. Almost. Good work, Todd Inspector and James. Miss Picadian 2019. Swimsuit models. Good stuff. $1,000 below. I think we'll work towards pushing down the speed to 120 and we can get the gear out. Circular runways are a joke. I'm sure someone made them as a joke, and they remain a joke. Double checking that gear speed. Gear 162 or less, and we are well below that. Landing gear coming down. And Tindall approach is last one. Cool. You want us to report 5? We're at 10 now. Tiny bit high. Yeah, I do have some other shade. Tomato shade is free. I like things that are free. As long as they're good. Tomato shade does what it tells you it's going to do. And it's free. The scenery we're flying into is free. Flight director is off. Seven miles. There we are. Let's maintain 120 until we're ready to drop the flap. Tango X-ray, 5 miles, runway 14.
Victor Tango X-ray, roger, continue approach.
Continue approach, Victor Tango X-ray.
Good luck.
Victor Tango X-ray, runway 14, clear to land, check wheels.
Runway 14, clear to land, gear down, Victor Tango X-ray. Flaps.
Victor Tango X-ray, are you for the civvy apron or the RAAF apron?
We're inbound for the civilian apron, with Tango X-ray.
Victor Tango X-ray, roger, enable backtrack runway 14, vacate, okay.
Enable backtrack runway 14, vacating at Echo, Victor Tango X-ray. So they are doing the backtrack, like Richmond more than Williamtown. Wonderful big taxiway over there, but you're not allowed to use it unless you're in the Australian Air Force.
Good luck, time.
walk out of here now. All the flaps looking at 140, so again 180 on the approach. $129.
Victor Tango X-ray approach cancel previous, vacate Charlie or Victor 1.
Charlie then Victor 1, Victor Tango X-ray.
And nice land there.
Yes, that was very much buttery smooth.
Flaps up.
At least on my screen.
Victor Tango X-ray apologies, you're cleared to backtrack, runway 14 vacate, okay.
Got to backtrack, Victor Tango X-ray. Up we go, high-speed taxi. Over about 30 knots on the ground speed. Yeah, it's a bit of well, it's not really a frame rate second thing. It's a lag spike, so it's running smooth and just like stutters. Probably need to reset the system to get rid of that. Didn't give it a proper reset last night after around 6 hours of streaming. No, I don't think anyone's making a Neo. Maybe FSOs, but that'll be for the A320, I reckon. Victor Tango X-ray vacated.
Victor Tango X-ray, roger, thanks. All stations, Tindall approach is now closed. Tindall reverts back to class Golf airspace, 180 Unicom 119.7. Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
thank
you
you.
did a pretty good job there, Thea.
Just have a look in here. Catherine, look at that. Over Catherine Airport. Good stuff. Good starting place for next stream. Not sure when the next stream will be. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday, maybe Thursday even. Somewhere late in the week. Certainly won't be tomorrow. Got work tomorrow. Got a hard job to do tomorrow. Might even be Friday because I think tomorrow, Wednesday, are just going to be hard work for me tomorrow at work. And yeah, Friday can probably get it done then. Considering taking a helicopter out just for a little bit of a jaunt around some of the nearby airfields, but we're in the wrong place for that, really. Oh, there's a field browser over there. Cool. So go around and stick our self nose out. That's next to the hangar here. Yep, that's a very Australian thing to do. Welcome to Catherine with a K. Oh, why did you name the Catherine? Because of Catherine. That guy's daughter is named Catherine. Okay, so Catherine with a K, not with a C. Cool, we are ready to shut down. Master switch is off. And full shutdown. And there we are. Oh, even the avatar's having some issues walking. Cool, we'll just push the airplane into the area there. Once everything's behind the yellow line, we're all safe. Just this wingtip's pretty close. Cool. Well, here at Catherine, I think we'll be taking out an aeroplane to head over to Western Australia. Although, just looking at the calendar for events, there is a big Northern Territory week coming up in a couple of weeks. So if we just sit here for a little while, maybe shoot down to Alice Springs and do some work around Harris Springs, Hermansburg, Ayers Rock, that kind of stuff before we head out to Western Australia. That might be an option. I'll give it some thought. It's just an opportunity to have some more air traffic controlling us. So we do have a bit of a long flight between here and Alice Springs, and maybe a few other extra airfields in between. I don't know, probably not. But with any luck, we'll have some more air traffic control coverage in the coming weeks here in the Northern Territory on VATSIM. Anyhow, with that done, Catherine with a C or a K. I've been Musical Aviator. That's been Catherine. And that's been the Diamond DA62. Hope to see you next time we do fly. And for Across the Pond on Saturday, which will be the Boeing 747-400 from Amsterdam to where are we going? Toronto in Canada, giving the good old Boeing 747 the last send off it deserves. Anyway, I've been Ms. Labour. See you guys. Ciao for now.